nearly any other princess the world over. But she captivated him, had done from the moment he had met her. At first, it was nothing more than feeling at turns invaded and intrigued by this alien creature that had come into his life. She had been 12 to his 17 when their parents had married. Sophia had possessed a public school education, not a single hint of deportment training, and no real understanding of the hierarchy of the palace. She had a tendency to speak out of turn, to trip over her feet, and to treat him in an overly familiar manner. Her mother was a warm, vivacious woman who had done much to restore his father's life that had drained away after the loss of his first wife. She was also a quick study and did credit to the position of Queen of San Gennaro. Sophia, on the other hand, seemed to resist her new role and her new life. She continued to do so now, in little ways. Her bare legs and her bare face, as an example. His irritation with her had taken a sharp turn, twisting into something much more disturbing around the time she turned 16. That sense of being captivated, in the way one might be by a spider that had invaded one's room, shifted and became more focused. And there had been a moment when he had found her breathless from running out in the garden like a schoolgirl when she had been the advanced age of 17, that everything had locked into place, that it had occurred to him that if he could only capture that insolent mouth of hers with his own, she would finally yield, and he would no longer feel so desperately beguiled by her. It had only gotten worse as the years had progressed, and the idea of kissing her had perverted yet further into doing much, much more. But it was not to be. Not ever. As he had just told her, his father had decreed that she was family, as much as if they were blood. And so he was putting an end to this once and for all.
He asked me to take care of you in a very specific fashion, Luca continued, and I feel that now that it has been 6 months since his passing, it is time for me to see those requests honored.
A crease appeared between her brows. What request?
Specifically, the matter of your marriage, Sorenina.
Little sister. He called her that to remind himself. My marriage? Shouldn't we see to the matter of me getting asked to the movies first, Luca?
There is no need for such things, obviously. A woman in your position is hardly going to go to the movies. Rather, I have been poring over a list of suitable men who might be able to be brought in for consideration.
You're choosing my husband? She asked, her tone incredulous.
I intend to present you with a manageably sized selection. I am not so arrogant that I would make the final choice for you.
Sophia let out a sharp, inelegant laugh. Oh, no, you're only so arrogant that you would inform me I'm getting married and that you have already started taking steps toward planning the wedding. Tell me, Luca, have you picked out my dress as well? Of course, he would be involved in approving that selection. If she thought otherwise, she was delusional.
Not as yet,
he said crisply. What happens if I refuse you?
You won't,
he said, certainty going as deep as his bones. He was the king now, and she could not refuse him. She would not. He would not allow it. Why wouldn't I?
You are welcome, of course, to make a mockery of the generosity that my father has shown to your mother and yourself. You are welcome, of course, to cause a rift between the two of us.
She crossed her arms, cocking one hip out to the side. I could hardly cause a rift between the two of us, Luca. No matter what you might say, you have never behaved as a loving older brother to me.
Perhaps it is because you have never been a sister to me,
he said, his voice hard. She would not understand what that meant. She would not understand why he had said it. And indeed, the confusion on her face spoke to that. I don't have to do what you tell me to. She shook her head. That